So first we're going to start by making the dough for the samosa. So I've taken 1.5 cup of whole wheat flour. To that I'm going to add 7 teaspoons of hot melted ghee or clarified butter. Now knead this or crumble the dough with this hot ghee, and you should be able to hold the flour in your hand. That means the ghee has nicely coated the flour. Now we're going to add a little water at a time, and we're going to make this really soft and flexible dough. Something very similar that you would make for karanjis or nyoris. I will leave a link for that. Now you could use maida also, but I'm going with whole wheat flour for these samosas. Now knead the dough nicely for 2 minutes because we want a very flexible dough, because when we are rolling out the dough, we're not going to use any flour. So our dough has to be really, really flexible. And we're going to now, just rest the dough for about 10 to 15 minutes once we have kneaded it. Now after 10 to 15 minutes, I'm going to add 1/4 teaspoon of cumin seeds and 1/4 teaspoon of ova or ajwain. Again, knead the dough and just set it aside. Now we'll start working on our filling while the dough is resting. So here I've taken 4 large potatoes and I'm just boiled them. I'll leave the instructions of how to boil the potatoes, and then I'm going to peel them and really mash them well. Then I'm going to add some salt to taste and again mix the potatoes really well with the salt. Now I'm going to take some green chilies. Now I use a mixture of light green chilies and dark green chilies. The ratio is always 2:1. So if I'm using 2 light green chilies, I use 1 dark chili. That will give you the right amount of spice hit. Now altogether I've taken about 10 chilies. I will leave the instructions of how many dark and how many light. And I'm going to make this into a very nice fine paste of the green chilies. Then I'm going to take 1 inch of ginger and grate the ginger really, really well. So now that our prepping is done, let me take you through all the ingredients for the filling. So here we have our mashed potatoes, we have the green chili paste. Here is the grated ginger. Now besides these 3 ingredients that you've already seen, I'm also going to be using 1 teaspoon of Kitchen King masala. This really elevates the flavor of the samosa. 1 teaspoon of roasted coriander or dhania powder. 1 teaspoon of roasted cumin or jeera powder. This is half a teaspoon of just plain cumin seeds. 1 teaspoon of pepper powder. Half a teaspoon of ova. Half a teaspoon of fennel seeds or sauf as we call them. And I'm also going to be using manukas, which are these dark dried grapes. They just add a lovely punch to this samosa filling. Now I'm just going to add the mashed potatoes to a large mixing bowl. Now here in a small kadai, I've added 1 teaspoon of oil or cudler. Once the oil is hot, I'm going to add the cumin seeds, the green chili paste, as well as the ova. And we're going to fry this really well till the green chilies have really fried well and you get the lovely aroma of the green chilies, the ova and the cumin. So say for about half a minute, fry them really well. And now I'm going to add this to my mashed potatoes. So just flatten out the mashed potatoes and add this lovely mixture that we've just fried to the mashed potatoes. Now I'm also going to use these white peas that I've just boiled and set aside. That's completely optional, but it really adds, nice kind of body to the samosa. Now I'm going to add all the ingredients that I mentioned, all the dry powders, grated ginger. So I'm going to be adding all of that. And you can add it to taste also. So once you've added all the powders, like the measurements that I have given you, if you find that you need a little bit more of pepper or a little bit more of cumin, you can always add according to your taste. But guys, this tastes just like the samosas that you get outside in restaurants. It's so flavorsome and so delicious. Even the Kitchen King masala just adds a different taste to it. Now these dried manukas is optional, but guys, believe me, it really adds a little bit of sweetness that is needed for this filling. And the vatanas, as you call them, white vatanas, also just boil them for about 15 minutes in water. Don't pressure cook them because then they become very mushy. Soak them for about 20 minutes and then boil them for about 20 minutes. And then of course add the salt as per your taste. And that's our filling. It's all ready. So don't add any coriander, any dhania. It will change the entire taste. Just keep it like this. Only adjust the salt and all the other ingredients to your taste. Mash it up all well. Mix everything nicely together so the potatoes get nicely coated. Now we're going to make small balls, lime-sized balls of the dough. And we're going to roll them like this into an elongated kind of a shape. We don't want a round chapati shape, but a round, like a lotus pad kind of a lotus leaf rather kind of a shape, a long shape like this. This is the perfect one. We're going to cut it in the middle. Now we're going to coat the edges with a little bit of water. Fold it like this. Put water so that it gets bound well. Then just take it into the palm of your hand like a cup like this. And just add about a teaspoon or 2 teaspoons. Don't overfill it or don't underfill it. Just till the brim, leaving a little space. Then again apply a little bit of water and seal the edges. Now it's very important to seal the edges just like we do with karanjis or nyoris. Sealing the edges is very important. Otherwise when you go to fry them, if the filling comes out again, it's a big fiasco. So I'm showing you 2 more. And once you get the hang of it, it'll be very, very easy to do it. Just ensure that it's sealed well, there are no gaps, there are no holes in the dough. If there are, then just restart again. And you can cut off the extra edges with a knife, or you can keep them if you want a little bit of crispy edges. But seal the edges like this really, really well. So this is like the perfect samosa. So you can make all of these samosas and keep them aside. You can even store them in a airtight container for a day or two. Don't keep them longer for a day or two in the refrigerator. And whenever hunger strikes, you can just deep fry them. So now that our samosas are ready, I'm just going to heat some oil and I'm just going to deep fry them till they're nice and golden brown in color on a medium to high heat, but keep an eye on it. And then just drain the excess oil on some kitchen napkins and you're all set to go. Now I'll be serving this with a special chutney. I will be sharing that chutney recipe very soon, but it's this typical chutneys that you get with the Punjabi samosas and like real good restaurants. They serve this lovely red spicy sweet chutney, so look out for that recipe. It will be coming up soon, and if I've already updated it, then uploaded it on my channel, you'll find the link below. So here are our lovely samosas all ready just to be dipped into that lovely sauce and enjoyed while watching your favorite movie or reading your favorite book. So do give this recipe a try and let me know how you liked it.
Friends, I hope you liked today's recipe as well as today's video, and if you would like to see more videos like this, then don't forget to leave this video a big thumbs up. Also by clicking the thumbs up icon. Also don't forget to subscribe to my channel and become a part of Akshata's Recipes. Once you have subscribed, there is a small little bell icon that will pop up, so just click on that. That way whenever I put up a new recipe or a new video, you get a message for the same. So on that note, I'll say bye and I'll catch you in my next video sooner than you think. This is Akshata saying bye, take care, stay healthy, stay fit, be kind and loving to one another. So till we meet again, bye.